Hey everyone, Rick here, and as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be opening up some Pathfinder Battles pre-painted miniature booster packs. Now, these are the Rusty Dragon In set, which is a set that is, I think, a couple years old. But I was looking online, somehow I came across the fact that this particular set had Tavern accessories. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I've never opened a Pathfinder Battles pre-painted figure booster pack in my life, but then they showed me at my friendly local game store that the case incentive, when you actually purchase a case of these, which is apparently 32 booster packs, they come in bricks of 8, so 4 bricks is basically a case. And the case incentive, you have to purchase this, but you are eligible to purchase this if you purchase a case. But the case incentive for the Rusty Dragon Inn was a tavern bar. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first. This is, as soon as they pulled this out of their back room. Apparently they only had like one of these left, because like I mentioned, this is a couple years old. And so normally the case incentive for one of these is like a giant monster or some other really nice premium figure. But in this case, going along with the theme, it is a tavern set. So let's see if I can just kind of set this up real quickly here. And I just thought that is just too cool. So just a little display here. Do something like that. So instead of one giant boss monster or, some other figure, you got an actual tavern, which looks pretty cool, pre-painted as all this stuff is going to be. And a whole bunch of these little tiny accessories. Little bar stools and little tiny little bottles. I don't even know if that'll focus. Little tiny clear plastic bottles. And when I mean tiny, look at these. These are microscopic. But they actually will fit inside of these little cubby holes. I know that doesn't look very good back in there, but you can obviously spend time making this look pretty darn cool. I especially like this little piece here with a little tap, a little keg and a tap. You can put that on the counter there. So yeah, that's just fantastic. I love that so much. So obviously I was like, okay, well, go ahead and give me a case of this stuff then, so then I can be eligible to purchase the case incentive, which was this tavern bar. Now the other cool thing is, and I haven't looked at what all potentially could be in these booster packs. And I don't even know how many I'll open in this video. It just depends on how long it seems to be taking. I might split it up into multiple videos. But anyway, I have not seen many of the figures that comes in this pack, and I kind of shied away from this kind of stuff because a lot of it are named characters, and I have no idea anything about Pathfinder, and I am more of a generic kind of guy. So let's just open one of these bricks up here. One of the things that I do know about these is that there are more tavern accessories in here. So let's find out what we've got going on here just this slightly. So here's one of these booster packs. And apparently there are 4 figures in here, potentially. But I love the commons. Like, you could get a bartender, you could get a bugbear tyrant. That guy looks pretty cool. But again, I don't know some of these named people. I'd like to get a Gorgon. They are random. They are indifferent. I'm going to have to get a knife. They are different rarities. I noticed it seemed like a lot of the Tavern accessory pieces were actually more rare, so we'll see about that. Also, I saw there was a farmer. That's what I'm most excited about. Give me the furniture, give me the farmer, give me a bartender, but we'll see what we got. Oh my gosh, this guy's huge. Okay, so we have this guy. That is not the Bugbear Tyrant. It is a Flesh Golem. Nice. Okay, so there are 45 figures to this set. They are numbered, which is going to make it really nice to keep track of who I have. So this gigantic guy is a Flesh Golem. I have no clue if he's common, uncommon, or what. It doesn't say on there, I don't believe. But that looks pretty good. I mean, obviously, they're just mass-produced, pre-painted figures. I believe they are from WizKids. Yeah, so you know, WizKids does a lot of the pre-painted stuff. And people, you know, have their comments about, oh, I could do a better job than that. Okay, good for you. Leave those comments to yourself. I am loving the pre-painted figures. Plus, this guy looks crazy. That is so gross. That's like an octopus tentacle hands with all the little suction cups in there. But yeah, so that guy looks pretty cool. That is the Flesh Golem. So, as it said, there are 4 figures. Even though that guy was gigantic, there are still 3 other figures here. We have a half-elf bard. Now, that is very cool because you're in your tavern is going to need a bard. They got their fiddle, violin, whatever instrument that may be. So if you can kind of see the paint job on there, you can see they got eyes, which is nice, lips, so it's not too sloppy. Some of the, you know, finer details you could definitely probably pick out yourself. But other than that, you know, just from a glance, from table, you know, standing above the table, it looks pretty good. Half-elf bard. I'm liking her. Pretty sure that's a her. Next up, and I like how they're packaged in this, you know, kind of bubble wrappy stuff. We have a vampire spawn. So he, I assume, is probably a common because he's not like a special character or anything. Might find multiples of him, which would be really cool. I am all about finding, if that'll focus, multiples of common figures. Create a little horde. I like, you know, the dirt look on the shirt and all that. So, yeah, that looks pretty good. Vampire spawn. Next up, we have a little tiny figure. Oh, that is adorable. A kobold trap maker. Now, that is cute. I know he's holding a bear trap, and he's mischievous, but just look at that little guy. He's hard at work, you know, laying the traps in the dungeon. That's just awesome. Little chainmail work on him, it looks like. That is fantastic. Size comparison. Oh, yeah, he is micro. Okay, so that was the first booster pack. Awesome. So let us continue on and see what we got in pack number 2 of the Rusty Dragon Inn. Another pretty big figure. I wonder if that's how it'll be, like 1 larger figure and 3 smaller figures. Or, I don't know how it's randomized, but this guy is awesome. Look at this. Something about Wolf Riders is just, has always just fascinated me. So this guy looks really cool. Got his flag up there. Beastly wolf. And he just looks awesome. What is he? He is simply an orc rider on a dire wolf. I love that, folks. So this is not even a named character. Maybe I could get multiples of him too, because that's just awesome. Love it. This guy came in his own little plastic sleeve. I assume that's probably a named character. Let's find out. A pious guard. No, maybe not. Oh, generic guardsman. Awesome. And obviously you can use the named figures as generic figures as well, but something always just appeals to me when they are, supposed to be just generic. I always like telling my own stories and making my own characters. That is just too cool, standing there with his sword, a pious guard. Next up, we got another little tiny person. This looks pretty mischievous, actually. This is a gnome wizard. Oh, man. I love the kind of unique character classes and races, too. So that is a gnome wizard. How cool is that? Oh, man. Fantastic. So far, no duplicates either. We have a cut purse, just a generic cut purse. Awesome. Dual wielding, little kind of flowing scarf in the breeze there. Not someone you want to meet in an alleyway, I'm sure. Awesome. That was pack 2 of, what did I say, 32 or something? Man, there's going to be a lot of figures here. Okay, over 120 pre-painted figures. And oh man, if you've seen my previous videos, you know I just go out on a whim. These are just impulse buys. I just show up, I'm like, what do you got? Oh, that looks good. Give me a case of those. We have a chubby little man, a merchant. Oh man, do you guys know how excited I get when I see just generic townsfolk? You got a merchant. Oh, this is awesome, you guys. Man, I just love populating my cities and towns, villages, whatever, with, NPCs, just generic people. And now here is another little merchant guy, a little pot-bellied merchant. How awesome. And then the big figure here is simply a riding horse. Very cool. This adds a lot of variety to your village. I could definitely use multiples of these as well. Just a simple, generic riding horse. Awesome. Love it. Love it so much. We still got 2 more figures in this pack. Whoa! This came with 2 of these guys. A kobold devil speaker. 2 of them. Awesome. I just love also generic bad guys. You can create a horde of these kobolds, and these look like, evil shamans or something, but they are specifically devil speakers. Awesome. I don't know if you can kind of see in the light. I am really trying to focus this on here, because they have some interesting work on them, especially on the faces, kobolds with their gnarly teeth and all that. So, yeah, 2 of those. Interesting. And last but not least, so there were 5 figures in this pack. This guy looks super cool. This is a Ghoul champion. Oh, yeah. Awesome spear there, skull on a stick. You can't venture into a dungeon without running into something with a skull on a stick. Hopefully that'll focus, because he has a really cool face. He has like some little green eyes and a long tongue. That'd give Gene Simmons a run for his money. And a nice cape there, kind of tattered. Awesome. Very cool. I am loving all of these figures. Seriously. I have not found a figure yet that I'd say, that's a dud. All of these so far have been awesome. Now I'm like, oh man, why haven't I grabbed any of these before? Oh, you guys, look at this. It is another horse, but this horse looks different than the last horse, which is awesome. This horse is specifically a draft horse, and you can see he has some kind of, now I know equestrians are going to correct me, but it's some kind of harnessy looking thing on there. But very cool. So now in my village, I have multiple horses. Awesome. And then this guy looks important. He has quite the robe going on. I wonder if he will be a named character. Or she. Oh my gosh, that is a weird looking person. What is this? A bugbear mystic. Oh, yes. Awesome. Not just a bugbear mystic. Awesome. That is too cool. I am just blown away by these. Next up, oh guys, we have some like little terrain or something. Like a little cart. Oh, I wonder if that can link up to that horse. Look at this. So in your pre-painted miniature booster pack, one of the pieces you might get, and this does not have like a name on it or anything, is a cart. How cool is that? Now, this is the kind of stuff I love finding in a booster pack. Not just figures, but other stuff too. You probably could, couldn't you? Hook that up to him or something like that. That is just awesome. Love it. Or just, stick it next to a building and add some ambiance. Oh, I am loving it. Last but not least, we have a generic dancing girl. Now, you may find her, she's very gypsy-ish, in your tavern. Wouldn't she fit in perfectly? She's probably dancing to the music of the Elvish Bard. That is too cool. So what is that? That is... that's only 4 packs, and already I'm like, what more can there be? This is crazy. I'm still on the lookout for my farmer. Keep that in mind. I cannot wait to find a farmer. Oh, but what else did I say I was looking for? The Gorgon. And here we go. This thing looks way too cool. So here we have the Gorgon. 31 of 45. Man, just a beastly figure. Sharp points. Awesome. That is too cool. I don't know how well it'll pick up on camera, but he has some red eyes. Just too sweet. Okay. That was just the first figure of this pack. Next up we have a Ghoul cultist. Awesome. That looks cool too. Man, that guy's menacing. Look at his face. I like his sunken cheeks. I like the skulls on his robe, his little dagger blade. This makes me want to go play Skyrim. Awesome. Next up, we have another ghoulish looking figure here. I can already tell through the bubble wrap. Here we go, a Ghoul Monarch. Awesome. This guy looks crazy. Focus on that tongue. Come on. Look at that guy. Look at that tongue sticking out. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine running into him? Holy cow. Got some like chains or something dangling from his robe. That is too cool. Loving him. I've got a collection of ghouls now, I think. These 3, I think, are all ghouls. Maybe that's one of the themes of this set as well, are ghouls. All right, one more figure. I have yet to find a duplicate out of 5 packs. Yes! Here we go. We have a Tavern table. It doesn't have an official name, but here we go. Furniture, you guys, to add to that inset. Come on. Focus. Yes, this is awesome. This is exactly what I'm looking for, and I think these are rare pieces. It is apparently more uncommon to find like the furniture pieces in this set, which is so awesome. I think it's probably a duplicate of the table that came in the tavern bar thing. But you are going to need more than one table in a tavern. Okay, so here we go. Pack number 6. This is only pack 6. Maybe I'll do a video per brick, because we still got more packs left of this brick, and we're already 20 minutes into this. Man, look at that guy. Good grief, that's a big blade. And he has no twisty thing holding him in either. Nice. Who is he? He is a bugbear flesh glutton. Oh man, doesn't he look it? Absolutely, this guy looks awesome. With his cape, his gigantic sword, his crazy looking face. How close can I get? I don't know. I'd like to focus on those packs, but he looks cool. Bugbear flesh glutton. He is a lot bigger than the other bugbear. That's like his mom. Mom. Okay, anyway. So, we have, I think this is our first duplicate. It is another cut purse, but you may need more than one cut purse after all in your back alleyways. You run into a couple cut purses in the tavern. I know I can't be doing this kind of stuff while we're still opening things. But anyway, easily distracted. Next up, we have Bugbear Tyrant. Here we go. Here's another bugbear. Awesome. And this is the one off the box. Bugbear Tyrant. Look at that rusty, gnarled blade. The armor. Love that chest armor and the shoulder armor. That is too cool. Bugbear Tyrant. With an eye patch. Very cool. And last for pack 6... Oh, here we go. It's my most anticipated figure of all. It is the farmer. Awesome. Look at that humble farmer. Yes, this is exactly what I was hoping to find. Very cool with his scythe in hand or his sickle or whatever he might be using to cut down stalks of wheat or what have you. Very cool. Love it. Just a generic farmer. That's exactly the kind of thing that I am looking for. Well, I got my Gorgon, Bugbear, Tyrant, furniture, farmer. What else do I need? Still 2 packs left of this brick to go, and then still 3 more bricks to go. So, second to last pack of this brick. Good grief, look at this guy. Now that is a cool staff. And this tall gentleman with a very intricate torso tattoo is a frost giant ice mage. Couldn't just be a frost giant. Couldn't just be an ice mage. He is a frost giant ice mage. Look at that, like dragon-headed ice staff. That is so cool. And this guy is gigantic too. Obviously, he's a giant. But if you put him, for example, next to the farmer, you can tell that might be a bit of a mismatch. Look how terrible that focuses. How about now? Maybe that's a little better. Doesn't that look so cool? Okay, so that was just the first figure of this pack. Next up, we have another gnome. Was it mage or wizard? Wizard. Another little gnome wizard. Awesome. And another duplicate. We have another bugbear mystic. How many bugbear mystics do you run into on a daily basis? Now this figure looks new. Who is this? This is a ghoul huntsman. So another ghoul. This is a ghoul huntsman. Awesome. You can definitely use multiples of these. Hopefully I'll find some more. Awesome quiver, bow, Ghoul Huntsman. Is that it for this pack? Looks like it. This will be the final pack of this video, folks, and then we will do another video for another brick of these Pathfinder Rusty Dragon Inn pre-painted miniature booster packs. Oh man, is that an owlbear? Oh my gosh, was this like an amazing pack or what? There's like 6 figures in this pack. I always just wonder, are some packs supposed to be like that? Or was this like a rare treat that I should be celebrating? I don't know. Let me know. Should I celebrate the fact that there were 6 figures in this pack? It is Beaky. So apparently this is a named owlbear, because I assume that's what this is, right? An owlbear. It's gigantic, it's bear-like, and it obviously has some owl qualities. But apparently this is a legendary owlbear named Beaky. Man, that is a stout figure too. Look at that next to like a gnome wizard. That is pretty awesome. So what do we have in this pack anyway? There's all sorts of figures in here. This is a bugbear lurker. So ghouls and bugbears must be the theme of the bad guys in these packs, because here's a bugbear lurker, and he has some pretty shiny golden armor for being a lurker, but that still is a very cool figure. Next up, we have another small person. Is it a dwarf? It is a dwarf wizard. Awesome. Look at that little guy. And he has his awesome mustache. He has like a hand of stone, it looks like. If that'll focus kind of on his hand, it kind of looks stonish. And then, of course, his little staff. So we have this is the battle of the small wizards, gnomes and dwarves, duking it out. Next up, we have, in our crazy pack of 6, this is King Iravetti. King Iravetti. Apparently, this is quite the character. He looks pretty crazy, too. Look at those eyes. Will that focus in at all on those eyes? Because he's looking... Look at those eyes. And he's looking mad. And he has that awesome crown, awesome fur cape, and a staff. At first I thought that was a gun, but it looks like it bends around. This should be straightened out, kind of like a polearmish kind of weapon. But he still looks really cool. Forgive me, King. I'm not sure exactly who you are, what you rule over, but apparently you are quite the person. Now this looks cool. This is a human witch, specifically Thea, if I'm pronouncing that right, and she looks pretty cool too. She's holding something. I can't quite tell what she's holding, but she does have like a branch staff there. That is a cool staff. Nice headdress, and she looks pretty cool. Final figure of this video. Man, we're coming up on a half hour already. Thank you to those of you who have stuck around this long. And last but not least, another Ghoul Huntsman, I believe. Yes, Ghoul Huntsman, a second Ghoul Huntsman. So we have quite the collection of ghouls at this point. A monarch, a couple huntsmen, a champion, and a cultist. Those are our ghouls. This is everything else. I know, right? That is just too cool. So out of one brick, only one more table. Hopefully I can find more tables, but also a cart, a couple horses, farmer. I'm also looking for the bartender. So keep an eye out. We're going to be opening these other bricks up later. Hopefully we'll find some more furniture and a bartender. So as always, folks, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.